Picking up the events from the previous episode, Black Butler Season 5 Episode 11 commences with Ludger commenting that Sasha seems excited. Sasha is interested to see what happens since both England and Germany are involved in the affair. She is also happy to be a Grim Reaper, and asks Ludger what he feels will happen next. While observing the scenes, Ludger thinks they should get rid of Sebastian Michaelis first. Sasha remarks that the demon is with his master, Ciel Phantomhive, which is why they can ignore him. Ludger initially mistakes Ciel for a girl before Sasha corrects him. She reads a document and realizes that Ciel is from the Phantomhive family. Meanwhile, Ciel notices Ludger and Sasha in Black Butler Season 5 Episode 11. The Grim Reapers are surprised because humans cannot normally see them. They speculate it's probably because Ciel has a Faustian contract with Sebastian, which brings the boy closer to death, and the Grim Reapers are death themselves. Ludger also wonders if Ciel can see them because of his unique lineage. At any rate, the boy's ability to see them surprises the duo. Ludger then tells Sasha that they should go and collect the next souls. Sasha waves to Ciel, and then they disappear. Meanwhile, in Black Butler Season 5 Episode 11, Sebastian also notices the Grim Reapers. He is glad that, unlike the English Grim Reapers, the German ones don't feel the urge to interfere with their work. Elsewhere, Tanaka is engaged in a combat against Greta, who cannot believe how her opponent can move without making a sound. Meanwhile, Mayrin shoots Greta's hat, which prompts her to retreat. Shortly after that, Mayrin joins Tanaka, who admits that he isn't young anymore. They decide not to pursue Greta, as they notice flares in the sky. Tanaka realizes that Ciel must have changed his route, and informs Mayrin that they should go too. Meanwhile, Diedrich, Baldroy, and Snake reach the military railway. Diedrich is about to open a door, but Snake cautions him that there are several people inside. Yet, he is happy that people are still active, which means they can get them to move the train as soon as possible. Diedrich then asks Baldroy, in Black Butler Season 5, Episode 12, to put coal in the furnace. Once Baldroy follows the man's orders, Finian, who is carrying Sieglinde, arrives with Tanaka and Mayrin following him. Baldroy tells Finian to open the gate and instructs Mayrin and Snake to check the oil. After doing the essentials, the Phantomhive servants finally get the train moving. At this moment, in Black Butler Season 5 Episode 11, Wolfram appears at the scene and aims a gun at Sieglinde's direction. Sieglinde becomes rather shocked to see Wolfram. Yet, in reality, Wolfram targets Greta behind Sieglinde, whom he successfully shoots. Greta falls to the ground while cursing Wolfram for betraying them. Meanwhile, Wolfram runs after Sieglinde and the train, while apologizing for lying to her and assuring her that she doesn't need to forget them for what they have done. At this moment, in Black Butler Season 5 Episode 11, Wolfram Gelzer gets shocked from behind by Hilda, who has somehow survived the onslaught. Yet, moments later, Sebastian arrives at the scene and kills Hilda. Meanwhile, Wolfram, in a rather emotional scene, tells Sieglinde that she's not a witch, but a normal girl. Sieglinde tearfully calls out to Wolfram, who has always been a parental figure to her. The narrative for Black Butler Season 5 Episode 11 then delves into Wolfram Gelzer's monologue, as he reminisces about the days he spent in military training. Apparently, Wolfram had always perceived others and places around grey. He didn't know that the other colors existed. He spent arduous training days with the sole motive of fighting endlessly for his country. Therefore, Wolfram and other young recruits were put through immense training. Yet, they never knew the reason behind his duty. Eventually, he was assigned to a top-secret mission, the Emerald Witch Education Project. Although he was initially annoyed with the task of protecting a little girl, he eventually found happiness after seeing the girl drawing a picture of him carrying her. According to Black Butler Season 5 Episode 11, Sieglinde Sullivan showed Wolfram all the colors in the world. He finally felt a desire to protect something and found a reason for battle. Wolfram Gelzer's recollections are eventually interrupted by Sieglinde's crying voice. She desperately wants the man to survive. Wolfram realizes that he is on the train. Meanwhile, Ciel Phantomhive tells Wolfram that a butler must not die before their master. Eventually, the Phantomhive servants perform surgery on Wolfram to save his life. Sieglinde begs Wolfram not to die. At this moment, Ciel grabs Sieglinde and reminds her of her duty as the Emerald Witch to ensure the villagers' safety. He reminds her that Wolfram is the only one alive. With the absence of magic, Sieglinde must save Wolfram's life with her own hands. Ciel's words fill the girl with resolve, and she sternly tells Wolfram that she will forget him if he dies. Following the surgery, Wolfram notes that his wounds have stopped bleeding. Sieglinde weeps in relief and hugs Wolfram. Meanwhile, Ciel asks Diedrich if he can arrange a place of hiding, as they can't risk going to the hospital. On the other hand, Ciel instructs Sebastian to pick up Wolfram, to which he shows surprise. Ciel asserts that Sieglinde will require someone to look after her in a world filled with monsters worse than the werewolves. Furthermore, Ciel Phantomhive comments that Sieglinde will be his insurance to avoid someone wanting to murder him for knowing too much. Sebastian asks Ciel why he should have insurance when he has him. Black Butler Season 5 Episode 11 ends with Ciel saying that he's the one whom he can trust the least.